We are live and kicking. We are doing today a special edition of the Motivation for the Nation show. Welcome. This is Action Jackson. I'm so glad that you are tuned in. Today is a special show. Today is so special because we're going to be talking about climbing Everest at home. What do you mean by climbing Everest at home? Well, today is a special interview show. But before we get into that, this is Motivation for the Notion, and I've got the vibes. My love can do me no harm. Ooh, can you feel that vibe? If you're watching right now, we're going to be having a very special show and a special guest who's doing something very special this Saturday. I'm talking about climbing Everest at home. We're going to find out what it's all about. This is a special edition for the nation. Each and every day, I tune in to your phone, to your tablet, to your home, just to help you see a different side to life and whatever it is that you need to do. Motivation is critical for life. And today, you are going to be inspired by this amazing man. His story is exceptional. I don't think you understand what this guy has done. And I'm gonna share a bit about his journey. Okay, he is a stroke survivor. Yeah, exactly. A stroke survivor. Can you imagine? He survived a stroke and now he's going to be climbing Mount Everest at home. I'm going to go straight into the green room to bring onto the stage right now the one, the only. He's crazy. He's off his nuts trying to climb Everest. Put your hands together for Rob. How you doing, Rob?
Morning, you're right.
I'm doing very well, mate. How's it all going?
Yeah, really well, thank you. And no, thank you for the intro and like hyped up this morning. I've really been enjoying the show, so can't wait to talk about everything.
Mate, listen, when I heard your story, it was so inspiring. I mean, the most I've ever done is like run upstairs or run downstairs to the fridge and that's it. But you're about to climb the. Tell us a bit about yourself and your story.
Yeah, so we'll kind of start at the beginning. So as mentioned, I'm a stroke survivor. So I mean, back in 2017, I was 24 years old, young, fit, healthy, always going to the gym all the time, basically like your
Mm,
average 24-year-old, driving home from work and pulled over and basically everything kind of went completely blurry, um, kind of like blurred vision, everything. I actually had my phone and went to ring my fiance for some help and I couldn't even see it. So I hey Siri, I see you struggling with Siri the other day. So I said,
yeah,
hey Siri, call Miss Island, as she was called at the time. So it called through to her. And then she managed to kind of get help to me. So that in itself is like a massive blow. And it turns out that I had a hole in my heart the whole time. So I knew that there was something before. So when I was born, I had a hole in my heart. So I had it all fixed up at Great Ormond Street Hospital down where you are in London. So
yeah.
um,
Mhm.
had that all fixed up, and then I had no idea that anything was kind of wrong aside from that. So then when they kind of rediscovered the hole, it was like battling the stroke recovery at the same time with kind of like figuring out how we can fix this. So we were
Yeah,
in a position last year at Glenfield in Leicester. So they did open heart surgery on me, which again is another massive thing to go through when you're kind of within your 20s, a massive
mm,
decision to make, which has kind of led me to this point here. So I mean, I've had the best part of the last 3 years has just been this kind of blur of recovering from the stroke and getting back on my feet, really. And then it's just brilliant that I can be in this position now. I mean, talking to you, I'm just so grateful because there's that many people that are stroke survivors, but they're not as fortunate as I am to be able to be in this position right now.
yeah,
I mean, in terms of like the residual that it left me with, it's a lot of like kind of like cognitive issues. So it's a
hmm
lot of kind of like balance, perception. I mean, even like we're walking up and down the stairs for this charity event, but walking up and down the stairs initially, I mean, I don't know if you ever got to the bottom of the stairs and tried to figure out which foot to put on first. It's just innate. It's
Wow.
something that you do.
Yeah.
But that, initially, that was a real battle. So yeah, we're here today now.
Well, I'm so impressed by your story. There you are, you've gone through stroke, and now you're doing something very, very amazing on Saturday. I mean, if you're watching right now, this is Motivation for the Nation, and this show is about showcasing, inspiring people who are doing great things. We're on a lockdown. Many people are complaining about what they don't have. Here's this guy who's about to climb 29,000 feet, the equivalent of Mount Everest. That the thought of it alone is like, ugh. tell us when this is happening and the thought behind it.
Yeah, so it's happening on Saturday this week. So it was like 6 weeks ago that we kind of put it in the diary, and now that's gone really quick. So it's happening on Saturday, and we're starting at midnight. So literally like in Friday, and then first thing Saturday morning we're starting off, and it's going to be a 24-hour challenge. So up and down stairs 3,356 times. Now we've done a lot of training for it, and I keep saying we because I always think like me and my wife are a team. We've battled the stroke together, we've battled the heart surgery together, so we're here right now. So I mean, like I say, it's happening on Saturday, and it's going to be a 24-hour challenge. We're raising money for the NHS and the British Heart Foundation because they've been essential for me. I mean, the NHS for all the aftercare and the stroke and just generally what they do for people all the time. And then the British Heart Foundation, because without their research, I mean, my open heart surgery wouldn't even be a possibility. And you think like it's a massive procedure. There's that many different people involved, but the technology over time has and the research has kind of got us to this point where no matter what age you are, you've got that access to such brilliant care.
So in a sense, you are a hero of a whole overcomer, really, because it takes a lot to overcome a challenge of that nature. What you're trying to do now is to raise some money and to really push yourself to the limit. How's the training been for this climbing Everest at home?
Yeah, so the training's been going really well. We've been doing quite a few. So I've been doing quite a lot of different ascent climbs up the stairs. So I've got up to 1,000 so far, and then we've been doing different running and swimming and yoga and stuff like that to kind of keep things ticking over. Because it's going to take some engine on the day, but I think I'll be powered by kind of like pizza and positivity throughout the day. So pizza and positivity, that should be like the new hashtag for kind of getting through 24-hour events.
I like that. Pizza and positivity. I'm loving that. So you're telling me that this is going to take 24 hours starting there's a midnight Saturday night into
Yeah.
Sunday or Friday into
Sorry, so
Saturday?
Friday into so it'll be midnight Friday into Saturday. So it's kind of like all day Saturday.
Wow, this is exceptional. I mean, there are people right now who are obviously going through a lot of challenges in their lives. The lockdown, people have lost jobs, lost family. You are almost showing us the silver lining right here with regards to this. What kind of mindset do you have to be able to climb Everest at home?
Yeah. Now, in terms of that, what I would say is that, like, for example, with a stroke, it doesn't affect one person the same,
Mm,
and people will go through. Everybody will go through something in life, whether it's grief, whether it's relationships, as you mentioned the other day, or whether it's illness or loss, anything. And there's no kind of set time scale on it.
mhm,
Some people can get over things really quickly, and others it takes a lot of time. I mean, for myself with the stroke, I went through a kind of 6 month period where it was kind of that acceptance, like, why has this happened to me? And kind of really like beating myself up about it, thinking, well, kind of like, well,
mhm.
I'm fit and healthy, like my diet's absolutely fine. Why has this happened? And it did take
Yeah.
that time to kind of really get to that understanding. Um, and I mean, what I would say is kind of like build a fantastic network of people around you,
Mm,
and as well thinking about if you've all of these different charities that are out there, such as the Samaritans, mental health
yeah.
help. I mean, just reach out to them and use them. That's what they're there for. And I think it's okay not to be okay. Obviously, it's Mental Health Week this
Yeah.
week, but yeah, just build a network of people around you that kind of are really there to support you, and that will really help.
So, making use of the people in your life, I think that's really powerful. So on the day you're going to be climbing, 29,000 feet. I mean, if you got the rocky music on, that's going to cheer you on. How are you going to stay motivated? And I hope that our viewers would tune in because what I would love to do on the day, if I can, if the baby allows me to stay up, is to actually join you at some point. We can
Yeah.
come live on the show on Saturday to kind of bring the team. I mean, how are you staying motivated throughout the whole show?
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. And thank you for that, because I mean, things like the live streams and that are so engaging. And I mean, that's one of the reasons why I've kind of taken on one of these challenges. I mean, we were initially inspired by there was like a 6 meter garden marathon. There was
Yes.
James Campbell, who was a guy on Twitter who said, "Oh, if I get like 8,000 likes, I'll do a marathon in the garden." And he
Wow.
raised an amazing amount of money for the NHS. So the idea kind of came from there. I mean, in
Mm.
terms of motivation on the day, we've got a few playlists. I mean, my wife is Irish, so we've got like a whole balance of like country music in there. I mean, I've got like a load of like old school Avicii that I quite like.
Nice.
And I think just because we are running a live stream on Facebook, just even if people are kind of like logging on, dropping a like, dropping a comment, dropping a
Yes.
share, Do you know what I mean? Because then we know that people are there, and I mean the amount of messages that I've had from so many different people, whether it be that they're directly or indirectly affected from stroke so far, has just been really like inspiring and amazing to get through. Because as I was talking earlier on, we were saying how there's these statistics out there, such as like 1 in 4 people have, 1 in 2 people have, and you don't kind of like, you sometimes might not believe that until you actually kind of reach
Yeah.
out and people actually come to you and say, oh, well, actually, I have been affected by a stroke within my family, or myself have been affected by a stroke. And
Yeah.
that's why it's just so crucial that we raise awareness, particularly within young people.
Mm.
Because I know one of the main messages that I'm kind of trying to get out there with this is that if there's any kind of one who's had open heart surgery, or you know someone who's had open heart surgery, just get down to your GP and just, right, can I have a checkup? Let's just see how the ticker's
True.
going.
True.
Because it's not about scaremongering, but it's just about looking after yourself, because I had no idea that there was still something there. And I mean, like I
Mm.
say, I'm here and I'm grateful that I'm in this position after a stroke, but many people unfortunately aren't. I mean, being in the stroke unit and seeing the condition of some people was utterly heartbreaking.
That's true. So if you've just joined us, this is Motivation for the Nation. My name is Action Jackson. I'm interviewing the amazing Rob Belt, who this weekend will be climbing Mount Everest at home, 3,000 plus ascent on his staircase. And you're trying to raise, how much are you trying to raise?
So we went for a unique figure. So Everest itself is 29,029 feet high. So we're going for £29,029 to reach. And I know that
Wow.
we can do it, because it's about thinking all these people when they're at the bottom of Everest, or when they kind of wait, they were there as a child and they're thinking, they see Everest in the book and they're like, oh, one day I'm going to do that. If
Yeah.
anyone told them they couldn't do it, it's just going to inspire them more. So I
Mhm.
wholesomely believe that we can do it.
Wow, listen, I have no doubt that you're going to do. And I think if we have everybody supporting, now there's a link on the Just Giving page that's on this video right now, justgiving.com/team/Everest Stair NHS BHF. Please go and support Rob. Being on a lockdown, I think, have you found the lockdown yourself? How's it been for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a primary school teacher, so initially
Mhm.
I'm within like a low risk category due to my health stuff before. So I've been able to work remotely. And I mean, my wife's
Okay.
been able to work from home as well. So kind of generally we've been okay, but it is so challenging for people. For example, if they're not in a relationship, or if they're actually apart within a relationship during the lockdown, it's an awful situation to be in.
Yeah.
So I mean, keeping things ticking over at home has been really good for me. And I mean, the technology we've got now, just as I'm talking to you now, it's always been there.
Yeah.
But actually, to be able to, for people to really utilize it now, and like I'm doing like the family quizzes, and we're doing lots of different like lives and like different podcasts as well, as something that's really started to filter in.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
just really utilizing what's out there.
You mentioned that you're a primary school teacher, and I feel for our kids. What's it like to be a primary school teacher? They must really be proud of you.
Yeah, I mean, I try to kind of like filter it in kind of gradually, because they've got so many things to learn and they're absolutely brilliant at doing that. So I mean, I'm sure that when they go home, they see me as inspiring, but like they would never tell you that to your face. um, but I mean, they've been absolutely brilliant, and they've had to adapt. I mean, we as humans, our main art is being able to adapt to situations. And I have to
Hmm.
say, my group of 11-year-olds are absolutely fantastic during this period. I mean, they've been on the apps and doing all the reading, all the quizzing from home, and it's just great to
Yeah.
see that it's that intrinsic motivation that they have
Mhm.
conditioned themselves to be in. Obviously, coached a lot by teachers, but they've conditioned themselves to be in over time, and actually, it's paying dividends in this situation.
I mean, one of the things I feel for the year sixes, they won't get that transition, that proper
Yeah.
graduation that they do. What kind of messages do you have for our wonderful year sixes all across the UK who will not? I mean, I heard a very sad story that said that there was a year six that asked her mom, "Mom, if I didn't finish year six, will I make it to year seven?"
Mm.
That innocent question. What message do you have for the year sixes watching to
Yeah,
inspire them in this season?
I mean, the main message that I would say is that every single year six in the country is in the same position,
Yeah.
and don't worry at all, because you'll get to year seven and your teachers will be uber prepared to kind of like help you through the gap, and it'll also be kind of helping you to adapt back into school life, because you go from having
Hmm.
this massive routine and structure, and then suddenly you're at home and you've got your siblings, and mum's trying to work from home, dad's trying to work from home. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, your teachers will be there to support you. And your primary school teachers are still working really, really hard as well to ensure that all the transition points are in place. So every single adult within school and at home is there to support you.
Rob, you are such an inspiration doing this. You got me thinking about a challenge that I could do to actually raise money for the NHS because I'll be honest with you, since the lockdown, I found that all my clothes they're beginning to shrink, and I'm a bit
Ah,
concerned. Yeah, I don't know what.
interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. My trousers are shrinking, my t-shirts are shrinking. So I don't know if that's part of, the aftermath of the coronavirus or something. So I need to really deal with that.
Yeah, so the birth of the home workout hasn't quite filtered in.
It hasn't, it hasn't, it hasn't. Guys, we're talking to Rob here, who is going to be climbing Mount Everest, the equivalent of at home, this Saturday, the 23rd of May. Do join him live if you can on my Twitter page and on his Twitter page as well. You can join him. Also, please, more important than just joining is donate, donate. You're trying to, I think so far, let me see. I think so far you've I'm just going on the page right now. I'm just going to share the screen right now. I believe that you are currently at, yes, 2,405 as we speak. Is that figure right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and you know what? That is the generosity there is absolutely brilliant because
Yeah.
in these tough times as well. I mean, as you mentioned earlier, some people have kind of lost their jobs,
Mm,
and some people have kind of like furloughed. So I completely understand the difficulty, and at the same time, everyone kind of has their own charities that are kind of personal to them. But please, please, if you can, donate as even like do you know what I mean, like £2, because it's all going to a brilliant cause. So thank you.
yeah. Yeah. No, listen, everybody, let's jump on. Let's support Rob in these times because I think something that could put a smile on our face would really, really go a long way. You're inspiring many people to overcome their challenges, to not make any excuses. Listen, I always hear from motivational speakers, and they talk about people who are going and far and beyond. You are truly the epitome of the message I teach, not making excuses, going for it. And I know your kids are going to be super proud of you. I'm so happy. I'm going to be, do you know what? Do you know what? Okay, something just hit me. I will, what I will do, okay, I will join you on part of the climb with my
Yeah.
staircase. Yes, I will
Sure.
join
I
you.
just need to mention as well, we've done a little bit of a social media challenge too.
Mhm.
So we've had it's like a climb 33 stairs, donate £5, and then tag 6 of your friends. So I'll have to send you the link for that, and you'll be able to kind of like add it to this. Because we've raised a lot of money through that already, and it's got the 33 because the 3356 is obviously the 3,356 steps
Yes,
ascents I have
yes.
to do. So I mean, it's great, and I mean, people can then get like involved, and they can kind of share the pain, as it were, while raising money for an amazing cause as well.
So guys, watch this. If I get enough likes and comments on this video, I will join Rob on the day and we'll donate
It
some
needs to
money.
happen.
It's got to happen. So start commenting. Just type yes, join Rob. Yes, join Rob. And on this video, whether it be at Twitter, whether it be on YouTube, yes, join Rob in the comments below so that I can join him on this. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit and eat cheesecake because I prefer eating cheesecake. So challenge me. Rob, thank you so much for what you're doing. Continue to be an inspiration to us all, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
No, thank you, and thank you for all the hard work that you do as well, because it's just brilliant. The positivity that you just exude is amazing. So thank you.
Oh, mate, you know what? We've got to do what we can to make the world a better place. My mission is to create a world where our young people wake up happy and go to bed fulfilled, and together we can make that happen.
Yeah, I'll have to get you in the school as well. I'll have to call you up.
Whoop, lockdown's over. Definitely going to come down.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Take care, Rob. All the best.
Cheers.
Wow, what an inspiration. What an inspiration. This is what I'm talking about, guys. You've got to be challenging yourself regularly. You've got to be doing things that stretch you. Listen, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And Rob is doing something that's going to challenge him and change him. Not only change him, but change other families. You know, the secret to living is giving. And he's given his time, he's given his energy, he's given his money, he's given his attention. The least we can do is to support the guy. Come on. So, I'm going to be voting my energy, time, and money to support Rob on Saturday. Fingers crossed I should be able to make it. Once I get the link, we're going to get it going because I know that these muffin tops need to go. Guys, it's been a great pleasure. I wanted to do a quick, short, straight to the point, special edition dedicated just to Rob and what he's been doing. I mean, I've had a few challenges today in terms of doing the show, but I said, you know what, Rob's story needs to be heard, and you guys definitely need to get involved and get connected. Well, my name is Mike Action Jackson here on Motivation for the Nation. Each and every day, 10 a.m., you join me live on Twitter, live on YouTube, just to inspire you. There's enough inspiration there. I hope you too can join Rob. There's a few people who have been watching, and Mr. Finch, yeah, love your work. See you again soon. This is amazing. My wife's been on. She's been laughing at me with regards to my too much eating. She looked at me the other day. She said, "You've been eating too much." Colleen just joined, says, "Yes, join Rob." So we've just got one vote there. If you're watching right now, you type yes, join Rob. It's going to keep going up. I'm going to make this an Instagram challenge, a TikTok challenge. Yeah, this is the challenge for this weekend. Why not? Let's make it happen. I better go off and start training. My name's Action Jackson. Thank you so much for joining the show. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, 10 a.m., live on this channel, Action Jackson Live. Share it with your friends, whatever you do. Stay happy, stay focused, and stay motivated. And I think that's the one thing we need. We need some motivation in our lives to make us feel better about ourselves. Just to finish off each and every show, I like to play a bit of song just to sign everybody out. And I think that's really crucial. I did a music video called Happy 365, and I think now more than ever before, we need this song in our lives. I did it with a group of primary school kids actually, and the song is called Happy 365, and I want that to be what you listen to before you finish the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless. Not making excuses, going for it, and I know your kids are going to. Don't have that. No, no, no. We gotta have some sound. All right, let's run that back. Rewind. Come again, selector. Because some people are gonna be upset that they didn't get to watch the rewind. Come again, selector. Because some people are gonna be upset that they didn't get to watch yeah. This is the joys of having a live show. Every time you wake up, don't forget you're amazing. You're a star, and that. It's never changing. Your life could be hard, but life is a gift. Do a little dance and move to the beat. I know negativity will come your way, but you stay positive. Like every single day, they don't hold your destiny. Better live each day like a legacy. I know sometimes you cry, but joy comes in the morning. Young girl, keep your head up high. Catch you when you falling. I know sometimes you cry, but joy comes in the morning. Young boy, keep your head up high. I'm HAPPY, 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY, that's the only way to stay alive. I'm HAPPY, 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY, that's the only way to stay alive. I'm HAPPY, 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY, that's the only way to stay alive. I'm HAPPY, 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY, that's the only way to. Nice one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It was amazing. Keep on keeping on. Stay positive, stay motivated, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. In the meantime, make sure you smile. Do you know what SMILE stands for? Seek meaning in life's experiences. Seek meaning in life's experiences. So whenever you smile, think about that. Have a great day. God bless you.